Alright, this video is for everybody, but it's for Wayne. I said I'd make one. I'm actually going to do all my 4 Strats today, and the last one I'll do was actually the 5th one. Was actually my first guitar, and it's not authentically a Fender Stratocaster, but I'll tell you about the story about that when we get to it. But I thought on all of them, just to get a sense of the tone, to hear what they all sound like, we do a little bit of Freebird on clean and distorted. And I found out just here in the last 2 minutes that my input jack on this one is a little messed up. So hopefully it won't cause too much of a problem. So we'll just go through each one of them. I'll set all of them at the same settings. The middle pickup, so we'll be picking up all 3. And actually one of them I believe is tuned E. The rest of them should be an E flat. That's my preferred tuning. So anyway, here we go. I forgot to mention, actually, this one is a 2012, I believe they call it's an American Special Stratocaster, which is kind of funny because it was actually made in Mexico. I can't really afford a brand new American Strat, but this one I really love. This was the first one I bought when I got on the Stratocaster kick. Actually dropped off the back of a car, so you can see one of the tuning pegs is crooked. Maybe you can see that, but it's still hanging on. So anyway, we'll like I said, this is the 2012. I don't really have names for my guitars because I probably wouldn't remember them even if I did. So we'll switch this one out real quick. Ooh, I just right there, it didn't sound like it was in tune. Nope. You can hear quite a bit of hum on this one. It's even worse in the middle compartment. But anyway, here we go. This is well, we'll play it and then I'll tell you about it. Actually sounds lower than E flat. Maybe just my ears are off, but it did sound out of tune, so I apologize for that. But to avoid turning this into a 30-minute long video, which, you know, probably just going to skip through it anyway, I would. This is a 1983. actually, you're the one that schooled me on these. The Dan Smith error, which they only did for a handful of years. This is actually the year I was born, so that's kind of, I'm trying to find significance in every year I buy. And I'm just trying to get one per decade. I'm not that rich. Well, I'm not rich at all, but anyway, the bridge is quite a bit different. It's I've never seen a bridge like this till I've got this one, and apparently in a normal one, the input jack actually goes here in the third slot, and there's only two knobs, and they, I guess, to make it look more normal, or more classic looking, they put that in, and I guess they carved this out. Then on the back, it actually there's nothing, because all the springs are actually underneath here. So pretty cool design, but it's a little different. But this one, tone wise, seems to me to be a little bit beefier than the other ones. It's obvious I probably need to have some rewiring or something, because it does hum quite a bit. But anyway, I really do like to play it, and it's got a little bit of wear on it, but I like it. And so anyway, we'll switch to the next one real quick. Oh, this one's humming too. Rider tune on this one too. That one's got a real deep tone. And here's the middle pickup, and we'll play this one real quick. I'm not having much luck with the tuning today, but for the sake of time, we're just going to get through it. So this is a 98, and I believe this is the rosewood fretboard, which is what was on my original Strat, not Strat. And 98 is significant to me because that's the year I actually really started playing. And I had a guitar, but I didn't play it seriously. And so this one is pretty slick. It seems to have the hotter pickups in it a little bit, but at the same time, it seems in the clean it's really muddy. And yeah, it's a nice playing guitar. Like I said, it is the pickups. I probably just need to mess with them a little bit, but I love the color on it. I believe it's candy apple red. It's a beautiful guitar. And around this time I started playing, I really liked this color, and I really liked, there was a midnight blue, which I don't even know if they offered anymore, but those were the two I was after. And I settled on this one. It seemed to be in a better position, but someone, I guess, flipped a nut and tried to Hendrix it, but I guess they put it back over here before they sold it. So Yeah, it's pretty. Like I said, it's a pretty slick guitar, and it's definitely the hottest pickup guitar I have. So, alright, on to the next one. We'll play through this one real quick. Middle position. Anyone? I've had this one for about a month now. It is a 79 maple fretboard. You can tell that the lacquer is really starting to peel on it, you know, and I don't know if you can see it, but it actually, I like that look. It's like it's been played, you know, and I've actually had a few issues with it. I guess they took it apart when they went to take the pictures for it on Reverb, and when I got it, the two strings were about hanging off the edge, like it wasn't centered right. I guess they didn't bolt the neck back on just straight. So me and my roommate, me and him, we fixed that. Then the saddles were actually need to be readjusted. They're all straight, but one was cockeyed like that, and then I tried to adjust it, and the little screws in it was actually stripped, and I couldn't pull it out of the back. So I ended up buying a whole brand new bridge, which somehow you can find the 70s hardtail bridge, which this is a hardtail, which I basically learned that a hardtail is it doesn't have a tremolo bar, because it don't have a tremolo, and it don't have a back also. It's actually got a string through body. But I've heard a lot of good things about the hardtail. It gives a more richer sound, you know, which, you know, it really has a good sound to it. I love it. And then the other thing, the frets, mainly I think 15 through 19, are probably bowing a little bit, because some of these sound exactly like the same note, and apparently that's quite a job to have done, so I'm just going to have to deal with it for now. So but anyway, this is this one, so that's those four. And last but not least, this was my actually first guitar. It is a Stinger electric, which I believe, if I read correctly, it's been a few years ago, I believe they only made them 85 through 88. And Stinger is Martin. Martin makes them, that, you know, more known for acoustic. And I found it at a pawn shop. It was actually red and black. You know, this is the original pick guard, original pickups. I've changed the knobs on it. I've changed the bridge, because actually the bridge was corroding underneath where the bar went, and so that's been changed. I did a self-induced paint job. I was trying to do I love this color blue, and I tried to do kind of a mist of white to kind of look like it's like blue sky with white clouds, you know. And actually, you know, of course you can tell the neck has been, well, the tuning peg has been replaced, but the neck, the original neck on it, I still have, luckily, but it was before I really knew anything about it, but right through here is like ding, 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 you know, just all the same note, you know, kind of like the same problem with that other one I'm having. And I always was told to adjust the truss rod, which that never did anything. It may have slightly fixed it, but not really. So actually I bought this neck from China probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. I'll probably someday put the original one back on and just have it refretted, because I think that's really what it needs. But underneath everything's the same. I think all the electronics have been updated on this, because it was really shoddy sounding, you know, all the years I had it till I had it whatever. But now it needs to be set up, and I just don't know how to do it, you know. Really, it's this has got a really thick neck on it now. It's almost not quite the baseball bat feel, but it's a lot thicker. But once I get it fixed, you know, I'll be playing it again, because, you know, like I said, this is my first one, and kind of on the Strat kick right now. I've got the, you know, the teens. I want to get an 05, and I've got the 98 and an 83 and a 79, which 79, actually it's not quite a significant year for me. 70s I didn't really have a year. I just noticed in the 70s that the farther years you go back, the more expensive they get. Like really expensive. And actually I wanted the early 70s, but I think pre-76 it gets harder and harder to date them. And I've actually even read that my 79 could be an 81, but it's got a 79 serial code on it, so we're going to go with it's a 79. And then, you know, then a 60s and a 50s, you know, eventually one day. But anyway, this is the Strat video. I'm sorry it's so long, and eventually I'll get to the rest of my guitars back there, and we'll do a little video on them too, because I've kind of enjoyed making this. You know, some of the guitars are out of tune, but hopefully you can look past that. And well, thanks. That's it.